Hey, here you go. What about you? Well, anything goes for me. This is the only film that can rival the Mr. Vampire series by Lam Qingying. Whether it's the exorcism rituals or the battle scenes with zombies, they're all incredibly exciting. The story begins with Suyan Daozhang carrying a zombie home. On the way, he sees a toad and comes up with a crooked idea. Hey.help me out. Good looking. Jump quickly. With the toad leading the way, Suyan comfortably sits on the zombie and heads home. The next day, the master returns home and finds his disciple napping comfortably. He gets furious and starts yelling. He picks up a staff and gives the zombie a beating. The zombie responds to his instructions and attacks. Suyan gets surrounded by zombies, and the toad joins the attack. The zombies pummel Suyan, and Steel Egg takes the opportunity to cover Suyan's mouth. Master, don't say those 2 words anymore, or sister will beat you to death. What 2 words are you talking about? It's that H.A. You can't say that. Steel Egg's lewdness appears, and he uses a move on the zombie, almost scaring it to death. Steel Egg seizes the chance to send the zombie to the storage room. Coincidentally, today Yishuo, the master, and the beautiful female disciple visit. As soon as they enter, a quarrel breaks out between Suyan and Yishuo. Later, when the food is served, their fight escalates, and even the stinky tofu ends up on Sui Feng's face. In no time, the breakfast is devoured. At night, Master Yishuo knocks on the door, and the chanting is blinding. He keeps coming, disturbing their sleep. It's starting, I can't stand it anymore. Jack, hey. A small bowl won't work, use cotton, it won't work either. Even blocking updates can't stop you, blinding. He goes out angrily to settle the score with Yishuo, and the monk comes over. Hey, good morning. Shut your mouth. How much money? I'll buy your house, so you won't bother me. My dear. How much money? Helpless, Yishuo has no interest in money at all. The love-hate battle between the two has just begun. The copper-cased gold coffin is wrapped in a net, so could there be something good inside? Is it a zombie? Why didn't you burn it then? This zombie is from the border royal family, can't be destroyed. We need to transport it to the capital as soon as possible. After the emperor makes a decision, I suggest removing the tent, so the zombies can get some sun, and absorb calcium. Inspired by this, Dao Changqian he quickly orders his disciples to remove the tent. To prevent the zombies from decomposing, Dao Changqian he also borrows a large bag of glutinous rice. Unexpectedly, a heavy rain falls at night, and Dao Changqian he finds that the ink line on the net has started to fade. Let the funeral material go in first. HMM.Y. The ink line is starting to draw. Now, wait a moment. It's not possible now. While taking care of the prince and the tent, when everyone turns around to deal with the coffin, a big mistake has occurred. Suddenly, a lightning strikes the coffin, and the zombies start to break free. He stops. Dao Changqian he quickly uses his strongest cheek and ties the coffin with a thick hemp rope, but the zombies' strength is too great. In the blink of an eye, Dao Changqian he is thrown out. When the zombies appear, a young Taoist rushes forward to sacrifice himself. After the zombie sucks his blood, its power increases significantly. Even if Dao Changqian he ties the zombie with ropes and stabs its heart with a peachwood sword, it's ineffective. Soon, Dao Changqian he is seriously injured by the zombie. At a critical moment, he blocks the zombie to allow Wu Guanshu to take the prince to seek help from Suyan and Yishuo. Hearing about the zombie attack, Suyan and Yishuo rush to the camp. Suyan enters the tent. Unexpectedly, Dao Changqian he is in the process of killing his disciple. He's no longer human. If I don't kill him, he will pose a threat to the world. What's wrong with you, master? I can't control this thing of mine anymore. At the moment of turning into a zombie, Dao Changqian he makes the tough choice to steal 2 lives from him, and the zombies. After dealing with the bodies of Suyan and Yishuo, they quickly return to face the zombies, preparing for a final battle. Meanwhile, the zombies follow the route of escape for the martial arts hall. Weren't they dead? Steel Egg and Sui Feng hide in the morgue. To prevent sudden attacks by the zombies, quick-witted Steel Egg takes out a can of malt candy and spreads it on the floor. After a while, the zombies cautiously inspect the area from beneath the floor, but as they see the candy spread out on the floor, they get scared and sweat. However, Steel Egg hears movement underground, and suddenly a ghostly hand emerges, grabbing his lung. Then a head slowly emerges. Seeing this, Sui Feng grabs a small stool and smashes it down, but unfortunately, she hasn't Had enough fun with smashing groundhogs, and the zombie comes out looking for trouble. Unfortunately, when the body of Wu Guanxi turns into a zombie, the poison erupts and starts attacking them. Soon, the zombies enter the room. Their defenses are tough, and they easily withstand Di Tsui Feng's knife blows. Upon realizing that the zombies' target is the prince, Steel Egg and Sui Feng quickly disguise the prince as they cover him with a double blanket. Hey, after being born, they pull the curtains, and Steel Egg and Sui Feng disguise themselves as Arabian tycoons, leading the zombies away. However, when Wu Guanxi turns into a zombie, his intelligence skyrockets. He spots the flaw in Steel Egg's disguise and insists on kissing him before giving up. When Steel Egg is caught by the zombie, Wu Guanxi performs a move to save him. The two then engage in a fierce battle with the zombies, with countless exchanges. In the heat of battle, one of the zombies accidentally grabs no Steel Egg's peachwood sword and nearly burns its hand. Seeing this, Steel Egg easily dispatches two zombies with his arrows. At a critical moment, Blinding and Yushu arrive just in time, cleaning up the zombies in no time. Meanwhile, the real boss zombie quietly appears. The girl is resting in the bed, but suddenly a ghostly head emerges behind her. It's him. Seeing the zombie causing chaos, Dao Changbishu quickly takes out his magic net from the drawer and traps it on the zombie's forehead. In an instant, the zombie's body starts crackling and exploding, looking even more impressive than New Year's fireworks. Blinding enters the room and sees the throat of the zombie in the bucket. Realizing that the throat is impenetrable, he uses all his might to stab at the zombies. Dog-like head with a peachwood sword. The giant sword breaks into 3 pieces again, and Blinding quickly uses a secret technique to save Yishu. Brother, I can provide a service. As soon as he finishes speaking, a puff of smoke emerges, and Blinding, quick as lightning, hands off a double serving of the package. He has become enlightened. Never mind, you forgot. Don't be afraid to look at me. Yishu takes out a string of Buddhist prayer beads and starts whipping the zombie, but in just 3 seconds, the prayer beads scatter on the ground. With no other options, the two engage in close combat with the zombie. The two could never have imagined after roaming the world for decades, they would end up in such a predicament. Desperate, Steel Egg sacrifices his waist to get free, but unfortunately, he steps on a piece of glass. As the power of the secret technique fades, the zombie attacks again. In the end, Steel Egg comes up with a clever idea. If they can't defeat the zombie, they should just kill it with poison. Su Feng pours various colored poison into the zombie's mouth in large doses. A snake suddenly emerges from behind. After drinking so much water, they stuff it in quickly. As the snake enters the zombie's mouth, a chemical reaction occurs within its body. Soon, the zombie turns into a pile of goo. At last, the zombie that wreaked havoc is finally defeated by everyone.